Now, if there is a scam in the TV world, right, those who are in the business are in on it, right? So that's why they're selective about who they let join anyway, right? If you're kind of unique and can do a lot of impersonation, singing or otherwise, I don't know. Seems like they have a problem with that. They don't mind if you're like Fallon and can do a few voices, I guess, right? I know. But if you can do female voices, right, which I did that first, NBC, so who's copying who, right? And anyone can sing a scale in choir, going octave by octave, if you're in the South, not just you, not just you. See, that's what you're trying to do. You're trying to control copyright laws by doing an episode never done before with each episode, but how are you really doing that without crossing that online, right? You can't keep doing that either. You're going to run out of ideas. And if you try to do each show unique or different than each other, you're going to run out of ideas. You're going to run out of ideas. And then you're trying to copyright everything you can do differently. And what? No one else can do it the same? Right. That's the problem, too. Then you're trying to control the market. You're removing freedom of speech, by the way. And you're undoing the Constitution from within. From within. Copyright law and freedom of speech are anti each other, right? Because you're trying to make money off of your words, which comes from your intellect. Like we don't have the same intellectual knowledge. Like your knowledge is superior to mine. Sound like Satan much? Sounds like Satan much. Another problem you have is you don't confess your sins, you make it worse. Like Officer Martin. When he gets busted for all this, and he will get busted for all this, he can't keep doing this to me. I'm a disabled veteran honorably discharged for medical reasons, including the 3-story fall. Where I'm mysteriously locked out of my room when going to go out that night. And stuck on base suddenly, right? With no way to get into the room. Now, and $250 in the room, which mysteriously disappears by morning. That's another thing, right? That should have been found in the room, right? Which suggests what? Someone stole the money. To stole the money, you got to get what first? The key. The key. And where are you going to leave the key? In the room. If you get the money. Hello? So someone must have stole the key when I went to the bathroom. No. I was getting cleaned up. Because usually you have it in your travel bag with you. Now, I ain't saying you can't get locked out of it unusually. Sometimes if you forget your key or it's still in the house and you lock yourself out, that can happen to anyone. Too, but usually you have to break in or something, right? Your own house. But you got ID to prove it's your own house, too. That's not really your problem, but it can happen to anyone. Big Roddy. Even you, in your old age, right? But bygones, let it go. Now, it's also when you don't confess your mistakes or your sins, right? You compound them, and Satan can punish you at any time, or he may not. The reason he don't is he wants you to keep doing the dumbass shit you're doing till you get caught. Then you get in trouble. And again, that's it. Until you do it to the wrong person, right? Thinking you can get away with it, right? Like you've been getting away with it, I know. But when you do it to the wrong person who has more ties than you, right? That's when you get in trouble. Who you think's a nobody, right? Like me and Officer Martin, right? Reason he's getting away with it is he's using the disability how it's not meant to be used. I even told him I'm 2200. Well, the left eye, which I'm turning left, is 20. The right eye, I was told, was 200, so it wouldn't affect the turn, right? If I'm turning left anyway. He's not even listening to me. And like I told you, I understand he's more concerned with the bus driver and the children who hit me, but it's still their fault. If they hit me and not me them, it don't matter how you interpret the scene when you weren't there to witness the wreck. You also didn't see the two cars in front of me also turning left, which were ahead enough to block my view of the bus too, right? Right? Which she also would have had to swerve if she's running the yellow light herself, right? And trying to get on across before it turns red in bumper to bumper traffic going towards 95. And see, that's why I stopped anyway, and without having to be told, right? Plus, in that intersection, you're allowed to stop. You're allowed to yield the right of way when turning left. It's a wider turn. And all I have to do, Officer Martin, is keep telling the truth till you're dead. If I have to, of natural causes. If I have to, you can die too, you know. You're not immortal. Not wishing you a death threat either. But that's what I'm saying. If you did me wrong, I'm going to keep defending myself, even if you think you're winning, you're losing. You're not winning. You're just getting away with it till Satan gets you in bigger trouble because you're following Satan and not God. You know you are. Evil is from Satan. Good is from God. As simple as that. All evil is the devil's work. All good is God's work. That's how it works. But you want to make them the same angel. Or the same being, right? Or the same spirit. No, Satan is corrupting the spirit of God within him, teaching you to do the same to die with him, right? That's what I mean, right? Not that dying in himself is a sin to God. He forgives all sins, right? Even your dying, even your passing away with Satan, he forgives. That's why you're backwards, too, I know. And I don't give up either. No. And I've been here longer.